get that going. All right. I believe that we're going live right now. First of all, Babyface P, this is for you. Lot Lel.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see
Lot
anything.
Lel, baby. Come on. Hashtag Lot Lel.
It's like, damn, you're just invisible.
All right, so listen, while we're waiting to get everything warmed up over here, of course, I'm going to invite everyone to go. Let's see if Rich knows what we're talking about here. Richard Hoffman. Where am I going to tell the people to go to first?
Hell.
Oh. No.
BWBFirearms.com and buy a bunch of things.
Get you some Uzis. No.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you
Go
can,
to
of course.
Wow.
Yes.
And
Go
order
to
a bunch of crap.
go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list. We've got a bunch of things that we're giving away. All you have to do is be subscribed there on the email list. You can find out all kinds of other things from us. You can also go to lolasdeals.com, as administered by BFP.
LolasDeals.com. They'll take you
yeah.
right to Lola's Deals.
I'm pretty sure one day he's going to hijack that into babyfaceP.com.
Pornhub.com/
when he puts out his opus video. So yes, go there. Lola's got deals, all kinds of things for you guys. I also want to remind everyone, use the code HANK20 at Sportsman's Guide when you check out and you spend $100 or more. You get $20 off, excluding ammo. Okay, so big shout out to Sportsman's Guide for extending that to us so we could extend it to you. Do you see the extensions going on there?
Hank likes extending. That's right.
Yes, that's right.
It's always good when you got a good extension.
Yeah, absolutely. I
don't need an
That's
extension.
Patrick. That's not me. That's not me. Speaking of extensions, big shout out to Franklin Armory.
You sure you want to shout them out after
for
this?
sponsoring the show. Our buddies, they're our buddies over at Franklin Armory. They believe in freedom, damn it. Freedom. And let's get the jazz hands going. Come on, jazz hands, Babyface P. There you go. Let's do it. You got the hole in the wall gang. You.
Right.
That's you. That's you with the hole in the wall gang.
Hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Is that hole in the wall or a hoe in the wall?
Could be both.
Let's see the t-shirt. Let's see the t-shirt, Babyface P. Let's see it.
It's a firefighter's t-shirt from Chicago, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Hole
There you
in the wall gang. If you know about that, if you know, if you know, then you know. This is episode 546 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. The title, When the Light at the End of the Tunnel is a Freight Train. That's right. You know.
Oh, so it's all about me.
Yeah, well,
it's BWE night on.
I like it.
Absolutely. Our guest, of course, is Richard Hoffman from BWE Firearms. There he goes. There's Richard, all happy and fun tonight. I hope. I don't know. You never know. You never know
We'll
what you
find
get.
out.
Oh yeah, you never know. You never know. There's Babyface P.
That's right.
Popping and locking. Babyface P. What's up?
Not too much.
And then, of course, you guys are out there, so smash those thumbs ups, ring the bell, leave comments and all that kind of stuff. As you come in here, smash the thumbs ups. You know, so I was looking at Trump's thing that's going on every day now. Who's getting tired of that yet? Anybody? Anyone getting tired of that yet?
Oh, of course.
The Trump press conference. Anyone had enough of that at this point?
Press conferences?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, you're not looking at those. Yeah, you can't get tired of what you don't look at.
It's exactly right.
Richard is like, there's no way. There's no way that's gonna happen to me. And he's like, oh, so there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm telling you, it's the biggest light you've ever seen.
Yeah, we got the biggest lights. We got the best lights, guys. Everybody, lights that you wouldn't even understand. You couldn't even believe how great the lights are around
Greatest
here.
economy. We had the greatest economy ever in
I
all
don't-
times.
It drives me crazy how much he pats himself on the back.
Yeah. No, listen, it's all like, to me, it literally cracks me up because I'm like, New York to the bone, son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
That's big pimping. That's New York City pimping right there. That's that 212. I mean, it's just so funny. And then in the thing, he's like, okay, so I want to thank Citibank, Goldman Sachs. I want to thank all the bankers in the world. Like this, he's just going down this list, and I'm just like, what is happening here? We really thanking the banks after we just gave them a crap ton of money?
Yeah.
They should be thanking us.
Should be burning them down to the ground.
Everybody should just be able to walk into a bank right now and just walk out with stacks.
We are printing money, so maybe
I'm telling
it'll
you.
be like Zimbabwe, where
Yeah.
you just walk in and walk out with $20 million.
Yeah. Whose money is this? It's our money.
Go take the $20 million and buy a pack of gum.
Exactly, just like Zimbabwe.
Oh, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Your debit card's not gonna be big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that shit's already started to happen. Went to the grocery store, got, some groceries, not a whole lot, $85. What the fuck?
$85.
It was $50
Have things
last
gone up a little
week.
bit?
Huh?
Have things actually gone up a little bit? I haven't been to the grocery in a while.
Well, usually when I go to the grocery store, it's like $50, $60. And the last 2 times I've been, it's been $85, $90.
Are you getting the same items?
Yeah, it's like
Roughly?
the same kind of stuff.
He's buying the premium toilet paper now. He doesn't get that Walmart stuff anymore.
There is no toilet paper.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to be good to get the toilet paper. I'm telling you, you got to be good to get the toilet paper.
It's crazy.
Try Dollar Generals. Dollar Generals has.
Don't put out the secrets, Hank. What are you doing?
I'm trying to help the people.
No, don't put out those secrets.
Screw the damn people.
Yeah, that's our toilet paper.
Oh, listen, we're all in Florida. We're all in Florida. So try the Dollar Generals. Find out when your local Dollar General gets its delivery. That's one thing. So if Trump's gonna thank people, let's definitely thank all the stores that are still open.
Yeah.
And those people who are still working. Yeah, that's gotta be. That's not easy. You know what? Special shout out to the dude or the dudette that has to stand at the door and count the people.
Yeah.
Such a boring freaking job.
That job's dangerous. They need to give them like some kind of special weaponry, because one of these days that's gonna go bad. We're gonna see it on the news. The guy at the door counting people gets beaten up.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I try to
Sad.
sneak out.
You try to sneak in and sneak out without the guy at the door seeing you?
No, I only if they catch me going in, I try to sneak out.
Oh, so they don't know that you're not in
They
there?
don't know that there's still some guy.
So they're not.
He's been here. He hasn't left. I don't know where he's at. He's hiding in the ceiling rafters now.
Yeah. Yeah. When people, so like if you're standing out, I don't know who's done this out there in the audience, that you've actually gone to a store and like stood out there waiting to be let in, because there's only, I think it goes by size, right? How many people they're letting in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who gives mean looks to the people who come out after like 30 minutes? Like go in there, get your stuff, get out. This is no time to peruse up and down the aisles, looking for stuff, window shopping. No time for that. Everyone's waiting. Go in, get your stuff, get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's when they come out with nothing that you say shit.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, don't come out.
You just
Get
pissing
something.
around. Get out of here.
Hey, asshole, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Get something.
Shop and buy something.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to Hootie Hoo. Let's see. I don't know who's out there that needs shout outs, but shout out to Hootie Hoo. I see him out there. Someone was congratulating you, Babyface P. You hit 3,000.
I got 3K today.
Look at you,
and we're
man.
growing. We're continuing to grow.
Yeah, talking about pimping.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Initially, I tried to get Marley to agree to letting me buy a Rolex at 10,000, but she's bumped it to 100,000 now. So,
really? At 10,000 subscribers, a Rolex?
Hey, Hank, don't you know somebody on one of the New York streets he can get a Rolex?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. You get a Rolex and some free Corona. some free COVID-19. There you go. It's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But congratulations.
thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. 3,000. And let me tell you something. That's actually not easy.
It was, but it's been fun. The rise has been kind of fun. Having people enjoy the random guests that I put out.
Yeah. So you want to share with everyone your tips and secrets to stardom?
I don't have any. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know what
got.
the hell I'm doing. I'm just winging it until
Oh, come on. You got some kind of tips. Come on now.
you have a good personality and make content that people enjoy. Like that's literally all I don't know.
Yeah, just do you. Do you. That's the thing.
That's
Like, do
it's
your.
really
Yeah.
that is absolutely the truth.
Be
That's the
original.
same been telling me when I said, "How do I grow my site?" Oh, you just do you.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's
So, Rich, you've
I
been
ain't a
doing better.
porn channel. I can't do me.
You can if you're flexible.
No.
Yeah, but you've been. Have you? So, Patrick, have you looked at Rich's stuff? I think you're doing better, man. I think you're.
PWE? No,
Yeah.
you're getting more interactions every time you post on Instagram. It's getting bigger
Yeah.
and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and
It's
you're
good.
just being yourself, which is a little crazy. But hey, people can appreciate that.
That's because nobody can believe it. They're just like, you got to see this psychotic son of a bitch.
Listen, I think that is the thing. That is the thing. Try to have fun, right, Patrick?
Yeah.
Try to have fun. Try to be you. Just and do the best you could do. I like your cinematography that you do,
It helps.
Patrick.
I mean, it helps to have good camera, good stuff like that. But you never know what's gonna be a hit.
There's no way. What were you saying, Rich?
I said, I think Patrick needs more dance numbers in his stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he needs to be out there washing that car in some freaking Daisy Dukes.
Yep.
You know.
A t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah. Just do it for the tubes, yo. I don't know if he could even hear us.
Yeah, I got you. Do it for the tubes. I'm not washing myself.
He's trying to ignore us.
Yeah.
God, these fucking assholes.
No, keep doing your thing. Congratulations. Thanks to all the people who are going over there. If you all haven't gone over there yet and subscribed to him, you should, and then share the videos too. If you get a chance, share the videos. So, Patrick's doing some cool stuff over there. And also check out BWE on all things.
We got lots of stuff.
Check me out.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah. Yeah. BWE will be doing. Are you gonna have like a naked section on your IG? You'll do.
Oh hell yeah!
Like you'll show repairs in the buff. Oh look, he's got moves. He's got moves, Patrick. Oh boy, we're seeing some moves now. Okay, that's too much. Okay, that's definitely
way too much move.
Yeah, now you've crossed the line, sir.
There's everybody throwing up right now.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Some people are talking about who's Vanessa Kitty says it took me a bit to get into Costco. The special hours, those patrons visiting them think it's social hour.
It's old person hour is probably social hour now.
Yeah. Well, what are you supposed to do when you're just in the house with your family?
Yeah. You better hope you love them.
Well, I'm saying when you get out there, you just want to talk to them.
Yeah.
You just want to talk to everyone when you get out,
I keep saying I cannot wait to just go sit down at a restaurant and have dinner. Like that's all I want. That's all I want. It's just to go sit and have dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, the light at the end of the tunnel. That's the freight train.
We're 2 weeks away from the freight train. Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's when they announced that the aliens came in, took over. Now they're running everything. The keys were officially handed over. That's your light at the end of the tunnel right there.
Could be.
Yeah. Could be. Will be. We're not getting off so easily. Where's the where's the thing? Okay, here's one of the things that I want to talk about that is that impending light at the end of the tunnel. Let's take a look at this. Google will require case verification for coronavirus contact tracing tech. So I know you guys have heard, if you haven't heard about this, all of these smartphone makers now want to create ways of tracking who has the coronavirus, who doesn't have it, who are they talking to, where are they going, when are they coming, what are they up to. Like, they're not tracking us enough. So have you guys seen this? Have you guys been keeping up with this?
want to be somewhat more anonymous, turn off your geolocation on your phone. It's going to make everything much more difficult, but you can turn that off.
Okay, but we can't turn off we can't actually turn off the GPS chip though.
Yeah, you can. You can turn it off so they can't collect the data. But again, that's going to make everything more difficult because then you can't use Google Maps. You can't. I've gotten very used to looking for things on Google, and then they just know where I'm located and say, "Oh, here's what you're looking for." But you're going to lose all that functionality. You can absolutely go back to the days pretty well of not being as tracked, but all of us are so used to the conveniences of being tracked that it's hard to turn around, you know?
Okay. I'm going to ask for a second opinion from a tech guy here.
From a tech guy. Yeah, I don't work for Google or anything. It's fine.
Well, because this is my understanding. Okay, you work for Google. But listen, okay, you could turn off the GPS that's going to specific apps, but you can't turn it off on the phone in general.
And so they potentially aren't even going to use the GPS data as well. Like that's
so
not necessarily using? They can triangulate your position using the cell towers. Like that's been a thing for a long time. And you're not turning your cell phone off.
It says
nobody's turning their cell phones off.
It says here in a nutshell the proposed contact. Yeah, it says here in a nutshell the proposed contact tracing tech will use Bluetooth to track a person's location and who they've been in contact with. If someone has come in contact with COVID-19, the tech would then tell users they'd been exposed and give more information about what to do next and further details provided on Monday. I mean, you guys can deep dive into this. Go ahead, Patrick.
It goes between two principles that I am deeply a fan of. Do you like technology? Do you like the conveniences that the modern world has given you? Or do you like anonymity?
Not really.
And you gotta. I mean,
most of us are in the middle. Most of us are in the middle.
Yeah, you're not going to go one way or the other. You got to figure out the balance between the two. And unfortunately, right now, the balance is very much in the favor of Google and Apple.
Yeah, the juice says Babyface has been studying. Yeah, he got some certification. Now he thinks he's like.
Tell you, I was a pain in the ass, but I did get it.
The knower of all things. I got your certification right here. Huh?
Why can't you just turn your phone off and leave it at home?
That's literally the only way to completely disconnect. Is to just turn your phone off, leave it at home. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. Who is going to do that in the world? Nobody. I think I'm going to have a tough time doing that. I need to listen to my. I need to listen to my audiobooks. My audiobooks must be listened to. I might be in the car and decide I want to make a YouTube video talking to the peoples. You know. But here's the thing, though. This is my understanding. No matter what you do, that navigation chip cannot be turned off. That's like you can't turn that off. They could track you no matter what. All the modern phones, you have to go way back to old phones to actually be able to turn that off, right?
Yeah, there's no way to unless you physically go in and disconnect it from the motherboard. There's no way of turning off the chip.
Yeah. So when are you making that video where you show us all how to open our phones and?
I am not going to be responsible for you opening your cell phone.
And there will be a knock on the door.
Yeah. No, there's. They want your data. You are profitable in your data, and Apple and Google do not want to give that up. There's no way. That's how they profit. That's why we have quote unquote cheap cell phones and free quote unquote free internet is because they profit off your data.
Yeah. So Kermit Loves Bacon says your car has a GPS chip too. FYI. The more modern cars, yes.
Mine doesn't, but mine uses my phone GPS. So yeah.
No. What year is your car?
2018, but it doesn't have a GPS built in.
No, you've got a black box in your car.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All
those cars have black boxes in them now. I'm not sure what year. I don't know if anyone out there knows what year when all the cars started getting black boxes in it. But I think it's probably in the last 10 years or something. If you go back maybe to 2010 or something, all the cars I think after
here's an old ass Pontiac that has quote unquote a black box in it.
Yeah, they've been black boxing these cars for a while, man.
Do they use them for anything?
Yeah,
Like, is it ever used?
You get in an accident, they can access that data.
They can actually go, like they will go and pull that and can use it for
If they want to, yeah. But
something.
who knows what? This is the problem, man. We don't know what they're doing with all this stuff that they're
No.
Yeah.
that they're gaining. I forgot who it was I was looking at last night. Was talking about how in South Korea they already have, like, there's no permission or nothing. They're already tracking people that have got COVID and are interacting with other people. Already happening. Happening.
I mean, Fauci wants you to have a freaking passport to sell if you've been vaccinated or not, which is, like, I'm all on the side of kids being vaccinated if we're coming to that anti-vaccine thing, but, like, tagging us with that that you've been vaccinated, fucking insane.
Yeah, you're breaking up. Your audio's breaking up a little bit. I think that we're in for some crap here. The light at the end of the tunnel is going to be some serious crap that from now on they'll be doing all kinds of things. Who knows what else they'll be tracking for? Let's say this, which first of all, I don't think this is going away anytime soon. This thing's going to keep coming back. There's going to be other viruses from now. Once they've realized, hey, we could use this virus thing, they're going to keep using it, and we're going to keep getting viruses.
Yep,
okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but then they'll use it for other stuff.
They'll use it as an excuse that your security is super important. You should do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's when you shoot them.
At some point, we have to. At some point, we're not advocating any violence here. By the way, YouTube overlords, that's not us. That guy is responsible for his own mentions. No, so listen. That brings me to what Pincus was saying, which, by the way, Pincus was supposed to be on the show today.
Tonight?
He was supposed to be on the show tonight, but he couldn't make it. He's traveling, so he's trying to. I'm not sure if he's going to Colorado or coming back, but he's trying to. He's in the air, so to speak, in the air. So here's the thing from him, though. Pincus says it's time for #responsible rebellion. Responsible rebellion. So there you go. I'm going to read this for you guys here real quick. Firearms trainer Rob Pincus was on Armed American Radio with Mark Walters recently and talked about what he sees as the need to restart America via what he's calling responsible rebellion. Pincus is advocating that Americans defy shutdown orders, but do it in a responsible way, wearing a mask and maintaining social distancing, not packing into meetings or sports arenas, which who wants to do that nonsense anyway? This is a quote from him. People have long asked me where the line will be. When will it be time to openly defy unfair and unconstitutional government restrictions? I've always said that we'll know when it gets here. Well, here it is. This is from Rob Pincus. If you've ever seen Pincus, he's usually the level-headed one. Do you guys know that? I can't hear Babyface at all. He's totally unplugged.
Babyface.
Yeah. So usually.
Oh, it's charades.
Yeah, he's coming on. He's coming on here in a second. So I know you said you don't know who Pincus is, right, Rich?
Yeah, I do not. But I don't know who anybody is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
at least none of these new people. I know all the old farts.
Yeah.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
God, why do you make us use Skype? Skype is the worst service ever.
Update your Skype, Mr.
It's
Technology
not
Man.
Skype sucks. Ugh.
Just go in there and hack it and rewrite it, for crying out loud.
We are past the point of the whatever Pincus was saying. When do we know when it will be here? We're well past that. Virginia is so far past it you can't even see it in the rearview mirror.
Mm-hmm.
We're 40, 50, 60 years past it.
Yeah. 2001 or 2002, whenever it was, we passed the what was that bill where the Patriot Act? Whew, That was well past it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Homeland Security.
Oh, it was well past it.
Yeah.
Way before that.
Before I was probably even born.
Yeah, when the CDC starts getting its own tactical unit, when the post office has its own tactical unit, you might have an issue. You might have some problems getting ready to come at you. That might be going on. Yeah. It might be going down. Let's see. Okay, what is John Crump says something about Facebook, which we'll have to get into that. Crump, you'll have to tell us what's going on with that. Yeah, he says VA is ready.
I want that to be true, but I don't believe it.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. I think the people of Virginia should say no. They should just say no. We're not going to comply with that. We don't even recognize the governor. We don't recognize any of this. Huh?
Is my shit working or is it broken again?
Yeah, it's coming and going. Your US, you know what it is? Your USB cable. The rest of us are on Skype, babyface. Okay? This is a millennial thing. You're blaming it on everything, but maybe your USB cable is broken. I might be old school, but there might be a break in the USB cable.
Maybe it's you.
Yeah, look. That is an old-ass USB cable. Can we just see this USB? Can you just show us that for a second?
Can you hear me at all first?
Yes, we can hear you.
Jesus.
Why
this
are
is
you...
what I'm connected through. I'm using a sound card.
Why are you going through this?
Way to do it.
It's the proper way?
Because XLR is way better than a microphone with USB.
Okay.
And you should know that, Mr. Streaming Audio goes to the audio conventions every year.
Yes, and because I do that, I could tell you this, babyface. You have something is broken in your chain.
It's not.
Something is broken. No, it's not Skype. Don't blame it on Skype.
It is.
Huh?
You want me to tell you what it is?
What
I know what the problem is, and I ignore it. Is what the problem is.
It's Skype.
It's because I multitask and play video games while we're on podcast.
Now.
Phone.
Yeah. Can you shut down Fortnite while we're doing the podcast? How about that?
Fortnite. Ugh.
Yeah. Also, I'm telling you, you've got too many things in the way there. The most simple thing, USB cable to the microphone.
Oh, come on. Digital
and plugged into the computer. It's no good if it doesn't work.
Yeah, Patrick's going on about this is right and that's right. Hell, I'm doing mine through Wi-Fi. For Christ's sake. And I'm out in my shop. I'm the furthest away from my Wi-Fi.
You missed the part where he said he's also playing several. He's also playing several games at the same time.
It's absolutely. I can almost guarantee it's the game trying to hijack my audio and then causing Skype. But Skype is also a really shit service. Like Skype as a software is really bad.
Okay, I guess Skype doesn't belong to Google.
No, it belongs to Microsoft.
Oh, okay. That's definitely why it's so terrible. I'll agree with that.
We're going to get a 2-beer Tuesday today, okay?
Oh, boy.
Terrible because it's a computer.
Yeah, the range says XLR is 1,000 times better. Not if it doesn't work.
Thank you. Okay, listen, all right? It is 7:29. I'm turning the game off. I won't multitask tonight.
Okay. I guarantee you if you plug in directly with a USB microphone to Skype,
I will focus on 2 in the pinkest, 1 in the stinkest, and whatever he said.
Yeah, Brick says protesters in Raleigh were arrested for violating stay at home.
Yeah, what? See the church? Did you guys already talk about the church stuff yesterday? Sunday church people getting tickets for Easter service.
That's horse shit.
Yeah. Look, I was mad when they started arresting the pastors. Although, by the way, there was one of those pastors that was doing the thing. He died of the.
He bit it.
Apparently of the COVID. Apparently.
Dad doing what he loved, which was preaching the gospel of Jesus.
Yeah. Amen.
Speaking of, you should show off that video I sent you this weekend.
I did. I was showing it to Walter. Yeah, I think we played it last night. Yeah. COVID-19.
Yeah.
Richard has no idea. He's like, what are these guys talking about? You have to send it to Richard.
Shit's been stuck in my...
Let me see. I probably have it. I think I was showing it last night. I don't know if we need to go back into it. So, yeah.
This is well off topic, but I texted Marley on the way home. Hank got you a birthday present. So we're going to wait till she gets home to see what it is and then how mad she gets.
Oh, boy.
Because it's in a yellow bag and it's hilarious.
Oh, boy.
So it's going to be like, you needed it. Hank found some toilet paper for me today and stashed it So I told Marley, I'm gonna tell Marley that's her birthday present from Hank.
Yeah. Well, that's my present to you for spending your Easter weekend helping.
Oh yeah, you guys
deck. So
want to see pictures of Hank's new deck?
And by the way, I heard that you were cursing.
Hank's new what?
The deck.
Got an extension, remember?
Yeah.
That's right.
I heard you were posting videos and cursing like a sailor, babyface.
What? Who said that?
I think it was Vanessa Kitty or Kathleen Music Lover. That you posted some video and you were cursing like a sailor.
Oh, the last video I did, I dropped. I'm a grown man. I can say what I want.
It was Easter weekend.
You're not a grown man.
That's right.
Deck.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
We spent Easter weekend making that, and it felt really good. I forgot how good it feels to actually use your damn hands and
oh my god, this is
something.
just so wrong.
It's
just so wrong.
Yeah. Can we get back?
It feels so good. It's nice
boy.
to use your hands.
Can we get back to the responsible rebellion?
Pinkus and doing the Pinkus one in the Stinks.
Yeah.
All right. What is
so Pinkus was talking about responsible rebellion. I think I agree with you guys. It might even be too late for that. We're already locked in. We're already locked down. They know where everyone is. They know your movements. They know when to get you. You know,
you gotta outgun them.
We're already in the Matrix.
You know what's funny? I was kind of thinking today. I don't know why I hit 3,000 subscribers, and I was thinking about like my mission statement for my YouTube channel, and I kind of came up with the whole. What was the quote of like a rifle behind every blade of grass?
Mm-hmm.
But except for me, I want them to be all hand built by the people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
But no, absolutely outgun them. But I don't know if we're too far behind or not.
Mm-hmm.
No,
people are sheepified at this point, or it feels like they are.
No, people were sheepified 200 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
During the revolution, it was 3%.
Yeah, everyone doesn't want to rock the boat.
Has anybody looked at how the general populace felt about the revolution at the time? Did they feel like, oh, let's not rock the boat sort of thing? Or was it like, go get them?
It depends where they lived.
Oh, man.
The city people were on the side of the Brits.
Really?
The country people were the revolutionaries.
Yeah, remember they had to put some people on the firing squad for trying to desert.
Man, yeah, I feel like if something were to happen today, that's absolutely, it would be less than 3%. But no, I mean, it's hard to know if because the media obviously is going to be on the side of non-freedom. That's all. The best I can put it is they would be on the side of not freedom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think at this point that the whole entire planet has been locked down. Like, you know, it's not going to be super easy to escape. What was that?
357 says Babyface is a grown man with a 10-year-old voice.
Oh boy. Yeah, Ronald Hot Boy says, do you cut the bushes around your deck? And he says, so, all hands on deck.
His deck is, around the deck's just barren. There's nothing growing around there. If I can get Richard Hughes, if I can get Richard Hoffman to BWE to laugh like that, I think I've done my job tonight.
Yeah. DCG44 says, I heard from a coworker that police threatened them with a ticket for walking to work alone away from anyone without a mask.
Did you guys see the video of it was put out, it was in the media, but it was also covered by oh god, what's the guy's name that does all the politics on YouTube, the gun politics?
Gun politics? Johnny?
Which one?
Is it Johnny?
No, and actually a good one.
Oh, why you gotta diss Johnny?
Cop. We had him on the channel, the cop. Guns and
you're talking about Guns and Gadgets.
Guns and Gadgets covered over the weekend of the guy paddleboarding by himself out in the middle of the ocean, and the two boats what,
Coast Guard?
They surround him. Sheriff and Coast Guard boats surround him and arrest him and take him to jail.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, absolutely. That is how we are using our resources right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where you need a couple of grenades.
Yeah. this is it's really kind of insane. I mean, what the hell is that? What is he going to give COVID to the fish?
Exactly. Like, how crazy has this become?
You know, some salt air is good for you, probably.
It is good.
Oh, but listen to everybody when I say when shit goes down, and it will go down. All these idiots are saying, oh, but the military and law enforcement are going to be on our side. Horse crap.
They're going to be on their own side. They're going to be on whatever benefits them. That's how people are.
If we get a quarter of the military and the police on our side, I will be totally blown away.
We will also have a new government.
The Führer tells them.
Yeah. If we get, first of all, there are patriots out there. It doesn't take a lot of people, actually, because of what you guys said earlier. Most people are sheep, you know, and most people will go along with whatever. So, you know,
So you know, I've read the Going Home series by Angry American, and so much of that in the last month with all the coronavirus stuff happening has like kept popping in and out of my head from the stories, and it's just like we are right on the precipice of something like that seriously happening. People are already willing to be told to stay at home and don't go to work and don't make money, and don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. The government will take care of you. We'll send you your stimulus check. You're so close to one bad incident. And in the Going Home series, if anybody hasn't read them, the first thing that happens in the very first book is a
EMP.
EMP goes off and knocks out the whole country. But like, all it takes is a virus that kills 1,000 people or whatever. What are we up to right now? How many deaths? Not that.
We're in the whole world. We're about 102,000, something like that. Maybe 100.
Which out of 7.
New York City had 10,000 though, but I don't know if those are all legit. New York City.
But out of 7 billion people, that percentage is tiny, and all it was that for everybody to go, okay, yeah, do what you want. I'll stay at home. I'm not going to do anything.
Well, here's the funny thing. So New York State, the whole of New York State, right, is about the size of the whole of Florida. Did you know that? New York State and Florida are very. You can Google it. They're very close in size. And then in population, I think New York has maybe 500,000 people more than Florida. New York, who knows how many thousands, maybe 100,000 people or something infected, and like 10,000 they claim like that's their official number died. Florida hasn't even gotten to 500. You know, which is, you know, just think about the dichotomy of what's going on there. Most of those probably in New York City.
It sucks, and I will admit that it sucks for the individual. Obviously, a death in the family is going to be really shitty for anybody, no matter who it is. Like, that sucks. But when you start looking at the statistical curve and you realize that in your bell curve, the death rate is so far at the left side, it's not even funny. And we're all willing to just bend over and start living in our houses in fear. It's crazy.
People are starting to rat people out. So Night Train says...
Yes!
Yeah. Did you ever see the TV series V? Did you ever see that? It was in the 80s. You saw it, right, Rich?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where that is now, but you got to go back and look at that. That was awesome. I'm going to explain that here in a second. Night Train says people will give up their way of life because of fear. The last days will throw each other under the bus. Be more afraid of the lemmings than the authorities.
It's absolutely true. The authorities are a small percentage of the population. It's your neighbor that's willing to get something in return for throwing you under the bus. That is the scary thing, because people are absolutely willing to do that in a heartbeat. Absolutely in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never, ever trust anyone.
It's true.
At all.
You trust your
family.
You don't know
who you're dealing with.
No, you don't trust your family. You do not trust your family. They cannot be trusted.
No, I'm talking about Marley. You trust Marley? She's got our best interest at heart. My best interest.
Razor JB says we need a blackout for about 2 weeks. In the first week, you will see who has the will and are doing things versus just talking.
People, if the country blacked out for 2 weeks, people would fucking eat each other. And I'm not even being facetious. People aren't like, there was a prepper website that I was reading.
2 weeks isn't nothing. I've lived in blackouts longer than 2 weeks. I've lived in a blackout for 2 months.
Yeah.
But were you like prepared? Did you go into it? Our society not prepared for 2 weeks without communications.
Yeah, it depends on where in the world you are. It depends on where in the world you are.
I got mad yesterday because the server went down at I went to a gas station to pick up a soda for Marley for her birthday. Mm-hmm. The server went down and I couldn't purchase for like 10 minutes, and I was standing there getting mad. And like, we're not prepared for it. We're really not.
I do agree with you, but I think that that's more amplified. That's why I was talking about like New York State versus Florida, right? And I think that in New York, yes, what you're saying, but in Florida, come on, guys, there's enough. I'm not saying, and so in like Tampa, in Miami, you know, in certain places, Tallahassee, wherever, you know, there's going to be trouble. But most of us, we understand. Like, if you're in Florida, you've gone at least a week with no electricity. It's happened already. You've got hit by hurricanes. We got guns. I mean, the fact that you don't have air conditioning, you'll still live. When did air conditioning come to? Let's ask the old guy,
60s.
Babyface.
Was it the 60s when air conditioning?
No, when did air conditioning come to Florida, Rich? When do you remember?
Florida? Oh, I don't. See, we only moved to Florida
in modern times.
17 years ago.
Oh.
It was like the Stone Age was 40 years ago.
Okay, we got to get the real old dude. We got to get Walter to answer that one. I think someone tell us in Florida, was it the 60s or 70s? You're saying
I'm guessing 60s.
Oh, it was a lot later than that.
Yeah. It might be the late 70s or something like that before.
I can't sleep without air conditioning. That's just a fact of life. I'm so used to it. I was born into it.
Right.
When we had the power go out for the hurricane, I physically, for like 2 days, we were without power. I couldn't even sleep. I just sat and sweated.
Really?
Constantly.
Oh, I slept
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. I sweated like crazy.
I'm not used to. Yeah, I'm not even used. If you look at houses in Florida, for example, a lot of the houses were built. Most of the housing here, I think, was built like 60s, 70s, and they don't have built-in air conditioning. Most of those older houses is window air conditioners and stuff.
You know, one thing that's really interesting to me is, at least from what I understand, architecture has changed drastically with the invention of air conditioning, because you don't need cross flow and cross ventilation. You don't need a window here and a window there so the breeze blows straight across. Where like you go to houses built in the 50s or the 40s or even up to like the 60s and 70s, some of them, you open all the windows and that whole entire house gets a nice breeze through it. So.
Yeah.
Well, and they also built houses according to the way the wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, you got a nice sunset. Who gives a shit? Where does the wind come from?
Right now, no, that doesn't matter.
You angle the house so it lines up with the wind.
Right.
Yeah,
also, like when I've got a mobile home. Most awesome thing in the world, by the way, in my personal opinion. And when we placed it on the property, these guys were like, "Oh, so do you want us to drop all your trees?" I was like, "Are you crazy? No, I don't want you to take down all my trees."
Stay cool in the sun.
Exactly. I was like, make a little space that the house goes in. And that helps. All of that kind of stuff helps out, you know. But I think that, so when those things happen, it doesn't really bother me that much. Of course, you might have food spoiling or whatever, but here in Florida, we're just barbecuing. We get hit with hurricanes and all tornadoes, all kinds of stuff. We're just out there barbecuing. We got the generators popping.
And everybody knows, as a Floridian, you load up on beer and then you load up on meat. Yeah. And when the power goes out, you hit the gas grill, you drink a bunch, and you cook some
ice chests. You put the meat in the ice chests. You're good to go. I think it's really where you're at. And then we also live in a place, I'm going to say this again, we have civilization because of the Second Amendment.
Yeah, everything comes back to the Constitution.
Yeah. Are you going to jump your neighbor's fence because the lights have been out for 2 weeks? Not in Florida. The dogs will get you first.
One thing I tell my parents, because my dad had, for a long time, all my dad had in the house was like a 12 gauge or 16 gauge shotgun and his carry pistol. That's all they had. Mm-hmm. And I kept telling them the other thing they had for the last 10 years is a really, really big full house generator that runs on propane and can run for like 2 weeks for the entire house.
Nice.
And I was like, you do realize if a hurricane happens, which they happen, it's not like we're saying, a zombie apocalypse, which is crazy.
We already
If a
had the
hurricane-
zombie apocalypse. We've been had the zombie apocalypse, but yeah.
If a hurricane were to happen and power goes out for a week,
Mm-hmm.
roads flood, people can't get to where they need to go, and somebody walks by and hears that generator's running, they have power, they have AC, they have a cold refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody may get desperate enough to come looking, saying, hey, I want that.
Yeah.
It took me some convincing to get him to get a AR-15, but after that, it was like, you need that. The
Yeah.
people will come looking.
But let me tell you, that's very unwise in Florida. Because I think the likelihood that you're going to get capped up. So what I'm trying to say to you is that
For go looking at places.
yeah, for someone thinking here that you could just go to people's houses, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. These people, like where I live, these dudes were hunting before they were walking.
Speaking of here, you can share this with the greater community.
Yeah, so I think, but it's location. A lot of this is location based.
Yeah, where I am, I could walk into any house in our neighborhood I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me see. We got some. Go ahead. Yule Adam says that he's going to eat my goats.
But really, so back to that thing I was saying.
You will choke on those goats.
I linked something to you. I was reading an article about survival that has happened in places without power, running water, when people are used to it, and it's like
you want me to throw this meme up?
If you want to, I thought it was funny.
Okay.
This
is from The Professional, right?
Yes, it is.
That was one of the best French movies. Okay, and it's not really French. I guess.
Are you prepared to like drink your own pee? Are you prepared to go hunting squirrels to eat and have one meal? Like nobody really is ready for that. Nobody is ready for that.
Why do we
have to drink our own pee?
If you are without power or sanitary water for a long time, shit's gonna get bad. You're gonna have to start boiling pee, man.
Babyface, we have these things called wells.
You do. I don't. Oh, I do have a lake though, so that's basically a well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
it's gonna rain.
A 10,000-gallon pool, and across the street I've got a huge lake. All I do is go out with a 5-gallon bucket, bring it back.
If you dig 10 feet, you will hit a freaking
Let me see if I can find this
aquifer or something like that in Florida, man. Yeah, this is why we can't have basements. There's nothing but rivers underneath Florida. So, there's lots of places, even close to where you are, Patrick. There's got to be some of those springs.
We have a lake in our backyard. I would just go to the lake and I would eat the alligator and drink his pee-filled lake.
How do you think the Indians survived over here?
Oh, people did. No, I'm not saying that people didn't. I'm just saying that we're not used to it.
Some of us.
Razor JB says you're not a prisoner. Jesus.
He's a millennial. He told you he was always born with air conditioning.
Yeah,
that's all I know. That's all I know.
That's so funny. That's like, and it's true. It's true, but not for me.
E-Rock says Miami. We got plenty of iguanas. It's true.
Yep. Take a road trip down to Miami.
Oh, you could load up on iguana meat.
Yeah. This is Florida, people. Let me tell you. I keep telling people Florida is closer to Africa. It's closer to being like the land and all that kind of stuff to being like Africa or the Caribbean or South America or something than it is to America. But in general, America's a breadbasket. The cities are the ones that are in big trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. We talked about this on Thursday night, whatever it was last week, about people living in New York. I don't get it. I know that there's some sort of draw for people to live in that community, but I want 10 acres where nobody can bother me and I can just go out and shoot naked in my backyard if I wanted to. I don't want anyone near me.
Yeah. By the way, Rich, you're going to love this one. By the way, let me just give a top tip for surviving the apocalypse. Florida, about every 5 miles, has an RV place that's selling RVs. You're good to go. You're good to go. Yep. Just go get the nicest RV that you could possibly. You know how many RVs, just brand new ones. I'm not even talking about other people's RVs. Basically those would be there's too much here, but that's the big thing with the cities. Like what's happening now with this virus, Where's it hitting? It's hitting big cities that are not prepared for stuff. They talk a lot of smack, have a lot of cops and all that kind of stuff, and have no ability to deal with anything.
Humans aren't made to live on top of each other. It's just not. Small communities spread out amongst the wilderness.
No.
That's how humans are made.
Yeah, on top of each other is only temporary for procreation. Then
you
roll
once
over.
Every other night, if you're really lucky.
Okay, that depends.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's been that long.
Yeah. So let's see here. I'm trying to go through some other. There was some other news. There was some other news things I wanted to get to here. Some other ridiculous stuff. Yeah, the phone thing. I'm not doing that. I will go down to an Ericsson phone, man. I will go to a flip phone.
Guarantee they can still get your data.
Yeah.
No, I'd much rather have a flip phone than these smartphones.
Yeah, I'm not doing.
I don't need a goddamn smartphone. It's the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
What I want is a phone. I want the old wall phones or the old desk phones you could beat somebody to death with. When you slam them down on somebody, you feel good.
Okay.
I want a phone.
Richard, you need some therapy, man.
A friend of mine back in high school, Jeff, a really good friend of mine, his mom had, I don't know if it actually worked. She had a one of those phones that you like pick up, put to your ear, and like spin the little thing.
Yeah, that's the power. That's called powering it up.
She totally had one.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember those.
Wait, do you actually?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, man. I was born in 1972 in Guyana.
Oh man, so they're 30 years behind in technology?
Way behind. I don't know. I never even saw a phone when I was there. I don't think. I'm sure they had them. And then I think we went to live in England in 1977 or something like that. So that was old school.
When I was growing up, there was a little general store, and they had one in there that worked in the 60s.
Yeah. Remember when phones were a big thing? My mother used to get so mad at me when I was on the phone. And then when we got call waiting, when call waiting happened, I would just, like when I'm talking to a girlfriend or something, I would answer, no, not here, and then go right back to my call.
Hank, how old are you?
I am 48.
So you're about 20 years younger than 15 years younger than my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and dad have stories of, I guess back in the day, and a lot of people in the chat will probably relate to this, there was like one phone line in the community. So like if your neighbor picked up the phone, they could listen to your phone call or something. Something crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to listen to how many rings it was, whether it was
to your phone,
or the neighbor.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. All this complicated. Like my dad told me when he was growing up in Guyana, there was only one house in the whole town that had a radio. Had a radio.
What?
A radio.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents were born in 1946, right after World War II. So I'm sure it was like that in places in America. Everyone didn't have radios in the beginning.
So where was he born in Guyana?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So from his point of view, they were in what, like 1910, 1915, technology-wise?
In 46? People in America,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. Where he was, compared to some places in America, they were in like 1915, where radios were like just coming out.
I think, but what I'm trying to say to you, so a lot of people might have had radios in America. But at the time that a lot of people had radios, everyone didn't have telephones. So yes, in that town, so like the people who he knew that had the radio, they had a phone. Everyone didn't have a phone.
Yep.
Man, that's how things used to be. If you got on a plane, that was a big deal. If you really were going somewhere, you got on a ship. Yeah.
If you were a woman, a dress.
Mm-hmm.
3 lines. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
To go on a plane.
Yeah, planes used to have silverware, babyface.
Yep.
People would stab each other. Well, I don't believe that bullshit that you can't take dangerous objects on planes. I think people are more civilized in the most part than we give them credit for, but
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, silverware on a plane nowadays.
The airlines, you know, I keep telling people, the airlines, they used to treat you like a king.
Yeah.
They used to treat you like a king. They were happy when you came. Now they're like, please, just get out of my face. Go sit in your thing. Don't
Shut
complain
up,
to me about
leave
your
me
seat.
alone.
You know the opposite side of that. I was watching a video on. I don't know how I got onto this. I think I got onto Flying Rich's video, and then from there I got onto some other pilot videos of a 1940s aircraft. What would have been like the mainstay aircraft of 1940 or 1950s, probably 1950s was post-war. And they were jumping from Greenland to the UK, and everybody on board the plane is like, I don't know if we're going to make it. I hope we make it. I hope we don't crash. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, people used to carry guns on planes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I
Do you have a
was
story?
10 years old. I carried a shotgun all the time on
Yeah.
the.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Hey, they
Here,
would.
can you store this for me?
My
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
They put it in the little closet. They say, make sure you pick it up.
Yeah. Razor JB says, here's something a little bit more modern. Razor JB says, when we moved, my kids saw one of my Walkmans, the yellow ones with the cassette. Oh my God, did they laugh and said, hell no, when you couldn't go from song to song without fast forwarding.
Oh God. So, I mean, my kids won't
Walkmans,
understand. My kids won't understand the pain of going to Blockbuster and getting a VHS video and coming home and finding out that it's not been rewound, and you have to take like 20 minutes to rewind it before you can watch your movie. But even then, I'm sure you guys have stories that are even like that can top that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when VCRs, because first to have like VCRs, you have to be wealthy. And then someone made, I remember, what was this, like 87? No, it must have been like 85, 86, something like that. Some company, I don't know if it was Sony or Panasonic, came out with a VCR that was like $100. Game over.
It was like 80.
Yeah.
Would have been like 85.
Yeah.
Before that, they were like $1,000, right?
Yeah, they were expensive.
Yeah.
Game over. I remember when my dad was able to afford one of those, and he brought that thing home, and we were all like, what the hell?
Do you remember, and this was in my generation, when Blu-ray took over HD DVD solely because of the porn industry?
The Blu-rays? Yeah.
Did you know that? Porn industry latched onto Blu-ray?
Oh, well, that's why VCRs became
That's
cheap.
why VHS took over Betamax, is because the porn industry, 100%. If anybody didn't know that, that's why.
Yeah. And back in the days, man, you had to go to a store to do all that stuff.
Oh, God, what, you had to go to like an adult store to buy? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no internet.
You went to the video store and there was a room in the back.
Have you ever used dial-up? Do you know how long it takes to dial up to download a picture?
Oh, man, what a weird thought that I would have to go, like, pick out Naughty Girls 19.
You have to go through the beaded curtain. You have to go through the beaded.
The person at the front desk knows that I'm buying Naughty Girls 19 for the week.
Oh, yeah.
So what's bad is when you walk in and they say, hey, we got some new movies in the back.
No! Oh, it's awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Those were, just imagine. So, and today, like you said, man, people can't live without their phones. And the reality is, we actually can. We actually can. I think some people will just curl up and die, but the rest of us is just going to keep rocking and rolling.
I like it when I plan for it. Like, so when we go to the mountains, we don't have cell service up there, and it's awesome. But, like, last night, the internet went out for, like, 2 or 3 hours, and I was just like, come back online. So, yeah, no, it's like if it's planned for, it's great. If it's unplanned, I get frustrated.
Yeah.
I just come out into the shop and work.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, like, 10 o'clock at night, I would have been in the garage just doing something instead.
Yeah. Pixamite says, and I believe that Pixamite knows about freight trains. He says, hello, jumping in late. Smash the thumbs ups, which, by the way, everyone smash the thumbs ups out there. He says, a freight train headlight in your face, in or outside the tunnel, is bad news.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. Okay, let's see here. There was some other stuff I wanted to. Let's go to this. This is not really good news and not really bad news. I'm gonna just put it up here. Indiana man who received stimulus payment, in other words, he got his Trump money, finds $8.2 million in his bank account.
Drain it.
Yeah.
Empty it out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Charles Calvin is a volunteer firefighter in New Chicago, and one of many people who have already received their one-off payment from the government. Well, I don't know what that means right there. From the government, which are being issued amid the economic downturn caused by the coronavirus lockdown. Speaking to WGN9, Calvin said he was expecting to receive $1,700 from the payment. However, after withdrawing $200 from a Family Express ATM, he checked his balance, saw he somehow had $8.2 million in his account. Holy crap, this has to be wrong.
Never get that money back.
Yeah. He says, holy crap, this has to be wrong. Calvin told the Times of Northwest Indiana while describing what he thought when seeing his account. I'm like, what in the world is going on? There's no way I have $8.2 million in my bank account. I would believe it. I would totally believe it. And spend it. When he spoke to his bank Monday, they confirmed it was an error and his actual account balance was $13.69. That is terrible. But we've all been there. We've all been there. The bank suggested that
Tuesday.
Yeah, the bank suggested that the ATM machine he used was printing out the wrong balance on its receipts. Oh, yeah. What would you guys do?
He didn't even have that money in his account.
No, there was no way.
Oh, okay.
Man, I would have drained that account.
If that money is actually there, oh no.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not there.
Yeah, I'm immediately buying a Koenigsegg. I'm just gonna.
My reaction would never change. I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never had $13 million in my account that I secretly hid under the baseboards. A month from now, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never had $13 million in my bank account that I secretly hid under the baseboards.
See, it's technology today, though.
Like, what money?
See, if I keep saying it, you'll never know.
Yeah. We put money in your account by accident. Sucks to be you, doesn't it?
Yeah, mistakes are mistakes. It's mine now.
I guess you fucked that up, didn't you?
Can you imagine if somebody was like, I mistakenly put money in your hand? I'd be like, okay, it's in my wallet now, and it got spent at Target. What's your point?
Yeah, not nowadays, man. It's the technology. You could think that all you want to. You know how fat the IRS will know where you are.
That's fine.
You know.
What are they going to do? Because I'm getting cash. And then I'm going to turn that cash into something else. And I mean, to me, what are they going to do? ATF's already threatened to take my license. Mm-hmm. And it's like, fine, take my damn license. You know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow? Same thing I'm doing today. Well, you can't. That would be illegal. Like I give a damn.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's what is the name of the what are those forests here in is it in Ocala, those forests that you go into, you could just disappear?
Ocala's national forest is big enough.
Yeah, I would like to see someone go into those forests and find you after you get that. You will be the king of the forests. You know,
I keep hoping ATF will try to do a sting on me. Mm-hmm. Because I'm just going to tell them, $10 million, I'll make you anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah, Music Lover says you cannot draw out large amounts of cash. Yeah, they locked all that down a long time ago.
Anything over, what, 10,000?
Yeah. Yeah. Shooting Gallery Any gave us a couple of bucks, says possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yep.
And then The Range says, I've never used an ATM in my life, wouldn't even know how to do it. Oh, wow. That's old. He's gangster. He's gangster. Who remembers when ATM, see, like Babyface, in your life on this planet Earth, there have always been ATMs. Those things never used to. They weren't always ATMs.
I remember when they first came out, and everybody's like, ooh.
Yeah, we don't want. People were scared. People were scared of those ATMs, man.
ATMs have always been a thing. Credit cards have always been a thing. Mm-hmm.
No,
credit cards have always. I've never not had a credit card machine that I can just go use. Mm-hmm. Mom works at the family. We have a family watch shop in Tampa. They still have the old like sliding credit card machine. Like you put it in and it takes like a carbon copy.
Yeah.
But no, I've not lived without credit cards, which I know you guys probably have.
No, yeah, that wasn't always a thing. Only really super wealthy people in the movies
Yeah.
had credit cards. Just cash, buddy. I mean, there was a time when you could get so in New York City, you can get on the subway for $0.25. Try that nonsense today.
And then you get a transfer.
Yeah, not
Go
anymore.
all over the damn city.
Yeah, not anymore. That doesn't, you used to be able to buy a lot for some change. You used to be able to get gas for change. So no, not anymore.
What's the cheapest you ever remember gas, Hank?
The cheapest. I think the cheapest I remember, maybe 50 cents.
I'm thinking it was around 25 cents.
25.
And that
Wow.
was, I was like,
Yeah,
10
not
years
in New
old.
York. I don't. Do I ever remember gas being 25 cents in New York? I don't think so. I remember when I started driving and gas was 75 cents, and people were like, "Hell no,
Yeah.
this is a travesty." So yeah, I remember it being less than. I mean, but that what do we? We're somewhere around $2 now, but these guys settled, so I guess we're gonna go back towards $3.
Don't you love price fixing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The price is fixed here in America,
Yeah.
versus the rest of the world. Okay, the range says, Hank, when I was a kid, the CTA L train or bus was 7 cents.
Man.
Wow. Yeah. So that's when it had to recognize pennies. There was a time when you could get candy for a penny.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got 2 pieces sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, the inflation. Just watch the inflation that's about to come right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chuck Massey said 1973, 27 cents, Ohio. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember cars used to be an expensive car in the 70s was maybe $2,500?
Yep.
That was an expensive car. A Mercedes was $5,000 brand new.
Yeah.
That was back in
Muscle
the day.
cars. Brand new, muscle cars, $2,500.
Yeah. So, all of that stuff is going away. We're gonna get hit with such ridiculous inflation.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
Hold on to your hats.
The biggest ever inflation you ever seen. Biggest inflation. Night Train says chewing gum cost a penny back in the day. Never. This is when AKs were. This is when AKs were $20 or whatever. I don't know. This is the time when people could order a machine gun from the Sears catalog. Man, if I could get in a time machine, I'm going back and I'm ordering all the machine guns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going ape shit.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the other? So yeah, that guy. That's sad, man. He went from 8-point-something million in his bank account to $17. He got his check and took out $200 according to this. How do you? You know what happened? Some bills hit
His wife.
immediately. The wife, yeah. That.
Saw $8.4 million. Said,
Bills.
woohoo!
Yeah, someone was talking about the IRS taking money. Yeah, man, IRS will get you. They don't even mess around.
See, I'm perfect. The IRS can't do shit to me.
Yeah.
They come to me and say, "Give us your money. Blow me." What are you going to do? Well, we're going to freeze your account. All $12?
Yeah. Yeah, I know you, Rich. You don't keep your money in the bank. I know that. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have any money in the bank. I wish I did.
Now, this is totally off the tracks here. This is totally off the tracks. You were talking about the family business, Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Watches, right? The family's in the watch industry. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about this? This is breaking news. Rolex, Tudor, Patek Philippe, Chanel, Chopard all leave Baselworld.
Baselworld's been dying for a couple years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're heading off and starting their own show. So they're leaving Baselworld. They're not doing that anymore. They're going to do their own show. And most of those watches have put off everything for a year. So at the family, are they, like, with everything going on right now, are they heavily affected with this? Are they open?
So they're everybody that I deal with has been lucky in some way or another. Our family owns the store, so it's not mortgage, it's not rented. They don't have to pay anything. They just pay the electric bill and whatever.
That's good.
So the store in the block of stores is owned by them, which is a good thing. And they all three of the cousins, so it's my mom's cousins that actually own it. It's their side of the business. Have money saved up from other financial things where I don't think it's really killing them. But yeah, I mean, it's a storefront. You don't want storefronts to be closed for that long. That's the point of having a storefront.
Yeah.
Special
So-
jewelry, watches.
Yeah,
You have somebody there all the time.
So yeah, it's not killing them yet, but it needs to be opened.
There's a time limit, yeah.
And then, like, for mom and dad, mom works there 2 days a week to help the family. She doesn't do it to earn a paycheck. She doesn't really care about the money. The money she makes for that is like joke money for her.
Just keeping the business going.
Yeah, it's just to help them keep the business thriving. But because dad made all the money when he was at the fire department and all of the other stuff. But so it's not like my parents are hurting for money. They're doing just fine. But on the flip side of things, so I talked to my uncle a bit about this yesterday, and it's hard to. This is the first economic downturn that I've been through, and it's hard to know how to handle it because I like seeing other people doing well. I feel like I'm lucky because Marley and I are still doing well, but there are a lot of people out there that are hurting really bad. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be happy about all this shit that I can buy stocks cheap, even though I can.
Well, that's what you should do. That's what you should do if you're young. I mean, if you're young enough, that's what you should do. Think of the future. Either the world's going to hell and it doesn't matter, or things will get better.
Yeah. But it's hard to, like, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm doing great, when other people are like barely making ends meet.
Yeah. But by the way, so you what were you doing in 2008 when the real estate market crashed?
Beginning of college.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't affect me. I worked a minimum wage job, and it never hit me that bad.
Okay. By the way, Walter is in the chat, and he says WTF is Basil World.
Basil World. That's the watch. That's the big watch.
Yeah, it's the watch show. It's like SHOT Show for watch people.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
Yeah it's in Geneva.
Switzerland.
Yeah, it's expensive as all get out. A hot dog is basically $30.
Oh yeah.
So it's half the price of SHOT Show.
Yeah. No, SHOT Show is not that bad, but it's bad. Everything in Vegas. I wonder, man. Do you guys think there's going to be a SHOT Show next year? I don't think so. Yeah,
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm thinking not. And then Walter said he just got home from the shop. Walter, tell us, since you're the oldest man in Florida, when did Florida get air conditioning in people's houses on a regular basis? Let us know. Not the wealthy. When did normal people get air conditioning up in their houses? Let us know. We have that question going here. We're all curious.
The first person I remember getting air conditioning in their house, and this was in Ohio, was 1984.
Yeah. Well, Ohio gets cold. So you guys probably had like...
You got to worry about the cold more than the heat.
Did people have window air conditioners?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were living up there, I would not buy a house without at least one fireplace on every level. Our last house up there, I had a fireplace in the basement. I had a fireplace on the main floor. It was a ranch. And we lost power in the middle of a blizzard. And I had those fireplaces are what saved us from having all the pipes freeze.
Yeah. Because the lines froze, right? The lines froze. Yeah.
So I cranked those fireplaces up, and it kept the house just warm enough so the pipes didn't freeze.
Yeah. I remember, you know what? Funny enough, I remember that when we lived in New Jersey, when it was really cold, man.
Yep.
You know, those lines like snow, it would snow, then it would freeze over, and tree limbs would fall on it. Boom, electricity gone. So I think that happens all around America, that people lose electricity. It definitely happens in New York as well.
The problem up north is it always happens in the wintertime and you freeze your ass off. Here, it's just like, okay, so I take my shirt and my pants off.
Yeah. By the way, I mean, I remember visiting New York City in the summertime, like in the late 70s, early 80s. You know what air conditioning was? You sent your kids outside, and then someone opened the hydrant.
Yep.
And all the kids went and played in the hydrant. That was called air conditioning. You know? The ice cream truck, when the ice cream truck came around. Then that's when
Stick
you got
your head in the window.
Yeah, that's when you got some air conditioning. Did Walter answer? Okay, here he says early 70s in elementary school, no AC. In school, babyface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you imagine going to school, no air conditioning?
Well, again, Hillsborough High School in Tampa, the way the building is set up is with crossflow, and Mom has talked about this before. It's a building from 1912 or something like that, brick building, and it's set up where with crossflow you can open up the windows in the summer and get a really nice breeze through the place, and it's not bad. Today, fuck no.
Yeah. Most of the schools in America are really old, though. Let's be honest. They're really, really old. Okay, let's, since we've got Walter here, this one's for Walter. He'll enjoy this. I'll hit you guys with this. McDonald's issues apology after China restaurant, McDonald's in China bans black people. What? Yes, that happened. Yeah.
And I'm a racist.
McDonald's has come under scrutiny after one branch in China. This is crazy. Posted a sign prohibiting black people from entering the premises. I'm gonna read what the sign. It's on this post, by the way. It's because someone took a picture of this and threw it up. I'm gonna read what the sign says. It says we've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant. For the sake of your health, consciously notify the local police for medical isolation.
What?
Yes. In China.
No McKitty for you, Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah. China. This is the place that if you talk bad about them, you're terrible.
Yep.
There's something wrong with you. The sign, which was posted in a McDonald's in the city of Guangzhou, and went
That's
viral.
A big city. Guangzhou's a big city.
Big city? Okay.
Yeah.
Went viral on social media and was removed, and the restaurant temporarily shut down, a representative for McDonald's told USA Today in a statement. We've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant, the sign read.
Like, why? I don't get it. Like,
well,
other than it just being racist, like, do they have any sort of reason?
Yeah, okay, so I mean, I'll explain what's happening in China. So China was putting out propaganda, right, that they have the COVID-19 under control. But but COVID-19 has come back. And it's pretty obvious that they still have a problem in China. So do you know who they're blaming for that? Black people in China. So there's a small population of mostly Africans, because I don't know what other black people would be crazy enough to go live in China. Definitely not this dude. I don't know why it's like I was looking at the news yesterday. There's a town of Nigerians, which I get it. Maybe they went over there, but so now they're stuck in this country that's just straight up racist. Yes, absolutely. So,
you know, it's funny because we in America, the left, I want to say the left, likes to call everybody a racist. That's just like the norm since 2018. From what I understand, Asians are fairly racist people. Like, they don't like non-Asians. I'm talking in China, in Japan, they don't like non-homogenous people.
No, they're not kind of racist.
Yeah.
They are fucking racist bastards.
Yeah.
These are people. A lot of people out. I don't know if people really understand. So not just America. There's other countries around the world where people, have evolved. You know, for sure. It's not just America. There's other places, but in lots of places around the world, everybody's racist in the world, people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's be. Can we talk openly? Like, it's true.
Yeah, go to South Africa. Go
Oh,
to
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's lots of racism in the world, and yeah, definitely in China, because right now they're blaming, like, the people who had. Do you know the wet markets are opened up again? The wet markets are open.
Because it wasn't the wet markets.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's throw that out there.
It had nothing to do with the wet markets and all to do with the Wuhan virology lab.
Yeah, absolutely. Yul Adams says they banned black people from everything in China in the last few months. And Jerry Parker says if it wasn't for black people, McDonald's would be the size of Howard Johnson's. Definitely not in China.
Black people disproportionately eat a lot of McDonald's, probably.
Let's see here.
That's racist. Pat.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Jake Delahome
I eat
says
a lot of McRibs.
Oh, fuck. Listen, I fucking love the McRib.
Oh,
Let me
God.
tell you.
disgusting.
I love that pressed
I
patty
had one of those
pork.
when they came out. And
Oh,
he will
I
eat,
love it.
let me explain
I love
something
it.
to you. Babyface will eat any kind of pork,
Eating?
okay?
eh,
He has no pork restrictions. He has no inhibitions when it comes to eating pork.
people in the chat, come on. Somebody else out there has to love the McRib as much as me. It is delicious. It's
Babyface will
delicious pork.
he will
not a
literally eat a
McRib,
pig
it's a-
walking
It's
around.
a McGrizzle.
meat
I don't even know what that tastes like. I don't even want to know.
so good.
You don't want to know. It's like there's no meat on it. It's just grizzle,
Yeah.
and it's not even the good grizzle. It's the nasty grizzle.
He doesn't care. Look, he's the most porkest eating mofo that I know.
Oh, it's fucking delicious. I love it.
Oh boy. Jake Delahome says, and LeBron James called Trump a racist for blocking flights from China. Jeez.
I know.
LeBron is not going to say anything about China. I'll tell you that right now. Not going to happen.
No, they're don't they have like a huge following there? NBA?
Yeah, don't
Okay.
you remember that something happened? Remember there was a coach of one of the teams that was talking about China in relation to the whole Hong Kong thing?
Yeah.
And then LeBron got mad at him and said he should shut up
Yeah.
and not say anything because he didn't want to mess with China because that's where he gets lots of money from China so that he could put the fake hair into his head because he's going bald.
Hairline is like here.
Yeah, yeah. So without China, he can't. I don't know why he won't just do a baldy, but
I carry my revolver in single action says babyface eating chitlins. I've never had chitlins, but I swear if you smother enough barbecue sauce, they probably taste pretty good.
yeah. Oh my gosh, you have a problem. You have a pork problem, sir. Okay, you got to eat quality meats. Quality. Okay,
Well,
quality.
there's nothing wrong with some nice pork.
I know Hank won't eat
You
pork.
know.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're gonna do it, no, I don't eat pork. But if you're gonna do it, can you just eat some quality meat, Patrick? Don't just eat any pork.
I don't just eat any. I don't go find pigs out in my neighbor's yard and go, I'm gonna eat that pig.
If you guys ever saw
Don't eat pork ass.
if you ever saw what was that pork called that you had that pork sandwich at
Oh,
Aries?
it was
It
pork,
was
which is
yeah, pulled
really,
pork.
really good. But it
No.
was the dregs that had been sitting in the back last hour.
Yeah. Did someone warn you when you ate when you saw that? Was there someone standing next to you that said, "Patrick, don't eat that thing"? That was me. Yeah, and this is where his audio cuts out.
Yeah.
I stood next to him. I said, "Patrick, that does not look good. I would not eat that."
I don't know what you're talking about.
But to him, all he saw was pulled pork, gone, boom. So,
Oh god.
That's because he pulls his pork all the time.
Too much. Yeah, get that
Yeah.
deck out.
yeah. The Tyven show says going north on the West Virginia Turnpike, I-77, and it's snowing.
Can't even understand that.
Yeah.
It was like 95 and raining today. Like, I just can't even imagine snow.
Yeah, it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful out there, Tyven. The range says motor safely, my friend. So that's
Yeah,
the Tyven.
say I've driven through snow once. Why
Yeah.
did they block that? No, post that again, Kathleen Music Lover, because it is true. She says pork ass is the best. Ham is delicious. But no, I've driven in snow once, and that was a terrifying experience.
Oh, snow? One time?
Wussy.
Yeah,
Like,
one time. Oh, please.
It ain't fun unless you're going sideways.
Yeah.
Guess so, yeah.
Yeah, you'll find out. You'll
Give it
find
more
out.
gas.
Yeah, you'll find out why all-wheel drive is the thing.
In snow?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell no. Rear wheel drive. Nice big engine.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
I would rather have front-wheel drive in the snow. Thank you very much.
Flicks from the back.
No. Only if you want to wind up in a pulled pork sandwich, eaten by Babyface P, would you do that? You know.
Or curl.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're getting so off track tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, McDonald's in China. Shame on you. You know.
Yeah.
Shame on you. That's just terrible. What's up?
News. What is this?
What
April
happened?
13th. The truth about guns. Samsung's ATM folding stock for the Ruger Mini 14 and Mini 30. Whoa. I wonder if somebody has posted a video about that.
Did they put your video in that thing?
Of course not. It's a firearm blog. They don't make money off my video. Why would they post my video?
Oh, if they don't have a video, if they don't have their own video, they can at least put your video.
You know why they don't have their own video? Because they aren't as good as me. Just saying.
All right, baby face P.
I'm not gonna argue. He hits 3,000 subscribers, it goes
It's all
right
uphill
to
from
his
there.
head. Right to his
Yep.
head. He's a mogul
All right,
now.
baby face P. Have you watched the A-Team and watched Face's cell phone?
No, I gotta admit that I've never actually seen it. That's embarrassing,
Oh
I know.
my God.
I've never seen it. It was like
His
78
cell
to
phone
82.
that's about this big.
I don't know what he did in his youth. I don't know how he's never seen You've never seen one episode of the A-Team.
Watch cartoons. What do you expect from me in my youth?
When you came home from school and you were doing your homework, you didn't look at the A-Team. Wow, what is happening in America?
Okay, so I
After
will say,
dinner, you didn't watch the A-Team.
when I came home, what was on? I watched Lost in Space and
Lost in Space.
had
The black and white version of Lost in
yes.
Space. In the
Oh, yeah.
80s. Was this the 80s or 90s?
No, this was like 96. when
What
I
is
was like,
happening? Okay,
No,
Florida
been later.
had bad TV then.
oh, Lost in Space and the original Star Treks. And that was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty good.
And they never played the A-Team.
They never played the A-Team. What was the other one I
I can't
watched?
believe this. I can't believe this
What was
is.
that show with,
Yeah.
where the guy bounced between times into other people's bodies? Shit, what was the name of that
Oh,
show?
I know what you're talking about.
Quantum Leap. I watched a bunch of Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, yeah.
Yeah.
How was there no A-Team?
A-Team. They didn't put on the A-Team.
Played the A-Team.
Yeah.
Maybe it may have been because I was watching sci-fi at the time, but you know.
Okay. You were trying to avoid a black man with a mohawk, but it happened to you anyway. You always meet your destiny on the road to avoid it.
The gold chains, Hank.
Yeah, definitely.
Would be a lot bigger.
Was he known for anything besides that? Did he do anything else outside of the A-Team?
Yeah, he was
He did a couple things.
what was his name? What was his Clang? What? Killer Lang? What was his name? What was Mr. T's character in Rocky?
Oh, he was in Rocky. That's right.
Was it Killer Lane? It was something. Someone's gonna tell me. What? Yeah. What was the Mr. T character in Rocky? Someone knows.
Clubber
that.
Lang.
Clubber Lang. There you go. I know there was a K or something that sounded like a K in there.
Clubber Lang. Okay, so he was in that too. Okay.
Yeah. What else did Mr. T do? I mean, Mr. T was he a boxer? He did a lot of stuff. Mr. T had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He had his own cereal. He had workout stuff. He had all kinds of
played
things.
I remember him playing a bunch of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was in his comeback.
In the mid 2000s, he did commercials for World of Warcraft because he actually played it.
Yeah, Clubber Lang. There you go.
Yeah, everybody's jumping.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in Rocky.
Yep.
What's he doing now? He's an older guy, right?
He's still out there. I'm sure he's still out there.
I think he got over cancer.
Yeah.
How old do you think Mr. T is? I thought he was older.
I'm going to say he's like 65.
Yeah, 67.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
65, 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. T is an old dude. He's an old dude. Yeah. He
hasn't done anything since 2014, it looks like. That was the last time he did something.
I know he was sick, and then...
he was really sick for a while.
Yeah. And then he came back from that. Someone was mentioning Chris Cuomo, so I guess Chris Cuomo is kind of mad at CNN. I don't know if you guys saw this. Someone was mentioning it earlier.
For announcing something?
Yeah, Chris Cuomo says he loves his job, won't quit after trashing CNN gig. He also had COVID-19, so he could probably blame it on that.
I'm sorry, this is Chris Cuomo, not the Governor Cuomo. Sorry.
No, the one that's on CNN. I think he got sick and he was supposed to be under quarantine. A day after publicly griping, I don't like what I do professionally. I don't think it's worth my time.
It's not.
Yeah. Hello.
You work for a lying media outlet? Yeah, we've all known this for a long time.
Yeah. So he comes back to say, I didn't mean it that way. The TV host insisted on satellite radio of his diatribe the day before, in which the Cuomo primetime star said he's no longer interested in trafficking in things that I think are ridiculous. Oh, like fake news. And this
like
is what Go ahead. What are you going to say, Rich?
Who is Mayor Cuomo related to him?
Yeah.
Governor
Cuomo.
Yeah, it's older brother.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want some jackass loser, fat tire biker being able to pull over and get in my space and talk bullshit to me. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, he doesn't like having to face the people?
That matters to me more than making millions of dollars a year because I've saved my money and I don't need it anymore.
Oh.
I want to be able to tell people to go to hell, to shut your mouth. I don't get that doing what I do for a living.
By the way, he thinks he's a tough guy.
Me being able to tell you to shut your mouth, or I will do you the way you guys do to each other. Yeah, so he's just being a tough dude on that.
Yeah, he thinks he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
He would buckle
and
under.
he's tired of dudes in New York and real dudes rolling up on him, and I guess he can't say anything. You can say what you want, man. It's New York. You could talk smack if you want to. You might get smacked down. Whatever.
No, he can't because he's a little bitch.
Probably. Well, he thinks he's a tough guy.
Well, he obviously is backing off of what he said now.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
You don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose that CNN money. It's probably coming. That money's probably coming from Al Jazeera. Let's be honest.
No, that money's coming from what's his name? That old white dude.
That owns CNN.
No, the guy that profits off the left on everything. What's his name that everybody hates?
It's one.
Yeah, so
Shit.
Listen to Babyface sounding like a Black Panther.
I know, right?
That old white dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This guy's name, oh man.
Oh, you're talking about the British guy.
He looks like Emperor Palpatine.
The billionaire dude.
Yeah, that's where his money comes from.
Yeah.
Frito, Cuomo,
Soros.
Soros.
Yep.
The Illuminati.
Yep.
Yeah. Is your six covered? Shout out to Is Your Six Covered. He says, "Hey boy, you look mighty cute in them jeans." It's from Eddie Murphy movie. Shout out to Is Your Six Covered. Everyone's coming up with Soros, Bloomberg, same person. Makes no difference. Same thing. Here's some news we have to talk about. There's some stuff on the Firearms blog that you missed. First thing, I think I sent this to you, Patrick. Sharps Brothers prototype TC Contender grip / Picatinny stock adapter. Did you see that?
Did see that, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Sharps Brothers published their social media pages, on their social media pages, pictures of a 3D printed prototype of what will eventually become an aluminum grip and Picatinny rail compatible stock adapter for Thompson Center Contender rifles and pistols.
The Contender is just the little baby brother to the Encore, so...
Yeah, interesting.
So...
Yeah. And then there's another thing on there that I think is cool. Here we go. I'm going to throw this up here. Headstamp Publishing launches new book on the history of British bullpups. So,
what's the section in the book where they talk about how HK had to save them from their original version of their bullpup?
Really? Where did you see that?
HK had to come and redesign their L95 because
really?
the first L95 was terrible. Except I think HK at the time was owned by the Brits, so it wasn't the Germans per se.
Really? Oh, so wait, that wasn't always a German...
That's what I was told. I'm not sure where it lies in the truth there. But yeah, HK had to come and redesign the L95 because the L95 did not work.
Yeah, interesting. So if someone wants to get me something, you can get me this book. It'll be nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that would be a good coffee table.
Nice bullpup thing.
You know how I love shit on bullpups, but that would be a really good coffee table read.
Bullpups are cool. It's the cool factor mostly. Listen, they're functional. Let's not even get into, bullpups are functional people. Okay.
Go around, fires out a battery right next to your face. And
putting black powder in like a can with a fuse on it's functional too. So
listen, I know you guys. That's what Frank DeSoma was talking about from Patriot Ordnance Factory when he was on. But there's lots of bullpups out there, and nothing like that's ever. You've seen a bullpup blow out, babyface. You've blown one out. You've blown a lot of things.
Absolutely.
But let's be honest.
Didn't kill. No, it wasn't that bad.
he totally.
But no,
missed.
yeah, I blew a bullpup.
Yeah, he missed that reference. Anyway, Walter says why on a TC. Walter wants to know why on a TC.
It's got a cult following. That's the only thing I can guess.
Because it's cool. Those have, like Babyface is saying, a cult following. The single shots, you can swap them out for lots of different things. There's a whole group of guys that's all they do.
I love the TCs.
You do? Okay.
Patrick, you like mine.
I have one now.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how Hank got stimulated this weekend? Actually, today.
I don't know what I disavow any knowledge.
My stimulus money.
Yeah. Okay. Phrasing.
I picked exactly.
Phrasing.
Hank got some of my stimulus money, and I picked up a Thompson Center Encore from him.
Yeah. Okay. I noticed you gave that money to Lola, so
I don't know what you're talking
that doesn't have anything to do with me.
So yeah, I ended up buying Hank's Thompson Centers, and I'm thinking about trying to see how crazy we can get with making stuff on the lathe for it, making barrels out of scrap metal, and we've figured some cool stuff out.
Yeah, there's a big group. So Rich, you still have those
TCs? Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got. How many do I have in this?
Oh
safe?
boy.
Wow. Okay.
2 or 3.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a pistol and a rifle now, thanks to Hank.
I just switch them back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I just put a stock on and throw the pistol barrels on.
Okay. So you have a bunch of different barrels.
Shout to the gates. Come on down.
Yeah.
Well, no. First of
what
all,
are they gonna do?
You could switch the barrels on them all you want to if you have the pistol.
You didn't catch what he said. He put a stock in a pistol barrel.
Hey.
He's a manufacturer. He could do that.
That's SBR.
Yeah.
Yeah. I SBR'd it.
Really, when it comes down to it, if somebody is looking at your TC Encore to see if you have the correct setup for it, if you're taking your rifle to a pistol configuration, you're in some deep shit to begin with. Like, the ATF doesn't ask about your individual rifle unless you're in some real shit.
But we will come to that one day.
Probably.
Yeah. So Walter says a suicide cult on the TC. What's wrong with the TC Arms? That's cool.
Yeah, he hates
Walter's
breakout.
Yeah, he's hating heavy.
Man.
Yeah, that's a lot of hate from Walter.
Cool. I mean, got a shotgun barrel, you got a 22 barrel, you got like anything you could want.
You got your popcorn
You
shrimp.
just got to know how they work.
You got your fried shrimp. Get your boiled shrimp.
Boiled shrimp.
Yeah. They're pretty easy. What do you mean you have to know how they work, Rich?
The triggers, it's a set trigger.
Oh, okay.
If you release the trigger before you pull the hammer back, the hammer won't cock back.
Yeah, yeah. It's a safety feature, so you don't blow yourself up.
they're target guns.
Yeah.
They were built as target guns. They were designed as target guns. And half these jerk-offs, I'm going to go take it out and do stupid shit with it. And do videos of it, and they don't even figure out how it works before they do a video of it.
I'm guilty. I resemble that.
Yeah,
No, we didn't do
an
anything.
Accident.
No. We didn't do anything crazy with it. No.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty
I
straightforward.
just saw a video the other day. Some moron. They one of these YouTube schmucks. They did a video of the TC, and this is the most dangerous gun
That
in
is
the
such
world.
a soundbite right there. One of these,
Yeah.
one of these YouTube
How many
schmucks.
subscribers do I need to get before I become one of those?
No, I think you're in schmuck territory right now.
I'm
You're-
already in schmuck territory. Okay, good. I'll tell everybody I'm in schmuck territory.
No, what? I would want to be a schmuck. What are you talking about?
We're belligerent as hell on my channel. We make crazy stuff.
Yeah, schmuckery is good. Schmuckery. All day. Let me see. What is this thing? Yeah, I'm not really sure why Walter is hating.
This seems kind of ridiculous, but I think it's real.
Okay,
Do you see what I just linked you?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how.
20-year-old first class graduate of Delta State University so-and-so is making face masks with beads after observing that some people find it hard to breathe with the popular face masks. Isn't this innovative?
Yeah, can you send me a link to that? Because I can't open up the link. It's not an actual link, but it's funny. Yes, instead of like
Let me
defeats
see if
the
I can
purpose.
find it. Let me see if I can find the Twitter.
I'll be
defeating-
glad to make that person a face mask out of duct tape
It's like beads.
and a plastic bag.
So I see someone asked Walter Bricks, or just asked a general question. You guys think a mint Mac 90 is worth $1,100?
No way.
No way from Babyface. I think
mean-
Walter already said no way. I don't know what Richard says to that. No?
No, it's not worth that.
No.
What's it worth? What's it worth?
$650. No,
Really?
Probably
Okay.
About a buck and
$800.
a half.
They're good guns, but they're not worth what people are asking now. They're just not. Yeah, they are worth $1.50, $150. That's probably more than 10 times more than what it costs the Chinese government to make it back in the day.
No, I'm talking a buck and a half, $1.50.
$1.50. No, they're good guns. They're
I'm
really good
old
guns.
school. We're talking
But-
buck and a half is $1.50.
Yeah.
The price has gone absolutely crazy.
Text me that picture. Text me. I can't open it.
I'm working
here
on
for
it. I'm
some
trying to
reason.
find a link to it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's too funny. Here you go.
So what is the realistic price on Mac 90s nowadays? I'm curious myself.
Probably what they're asking, but they're not worth that much to me. They've become almost more collectible than shootable at this point for some reason. But yeah, I don't think $650 for a Mac 90 is to me is like a good going price. But I also think $450 is the price of a Wasser, so it tells you how far behind the times I am. $450 is expensive for a Wasser.
There's nothing that's so collectible it's not shootable.
Yeah, well, some people think so.
Yeah, if you're not gonna, if it's not functional, then definitely there's a price limit on it. So, okay, let's go ahead, Rich.
I had Pancho Villa's rifle come through here, all documented and everything.
Really?
Bet your ass I took that out to the range and shot it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you can't do that. I said, who's going to stop?
What caliber was that?
7mm Mauser. It was a
Was that really?
93 Mauser. What a piece of crap that was.
Somebody bought it as a collector's
Bullets
piece or
through the
something?
whole- 25 yards. The bullets went through the paper sideways.
Yeah, more collectible than it's worth.
Yeah. Who was it that had that?
Can you tell us?
Yeah. Can you tell us?
Was John Morgan actually bought it.
You're not talking of Morgan and Morgan, are you?
Yes, Morgan
Oh.
and Morgan.
Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan.
Yeah,
and
the
Morgan and
lawyers. If you, yeah.
Or-
I think
But
that's just in Florida.
Only Florida people would understand that.
Yeah. No, I think they're in Georgia too. Those guys.
Are they? They've
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. he started the Museum of Crime and Punishment in D.C.
Mm.
And that was one of the guns
Really?
he bought for. Yeah, that was one of the guns they bought for the museum, and I was handling the transfers to get the guns
I didn't realize they were gun guys.
into D.
I thought they were super.
They're not.
liberal.
Yeah, I thought the more.
They are.
In a museum.
Oh, they're not gun guys.
Oh yeah, they're super liberal, hate guns.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay,
That's what I figured. Yeah.
so why
That
do
was
they?
part of Crime and Punishment. You know,
Oh,
you can't have a Crime and Punishment museum with no guns.
without guns. Okay,
Yeah, they got some pretty cool stuff.
you could have just swapped that out for any old Mauser and.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, just
Black
swap-
market Poncho via Mauser.
yeah.
They would have known. Absolutely would not have known.
So
No,
here,
they wouldn't. No.
let me throw this up here. This post that Patrick was talking about. Anatomy graduate Grace Isheli Kineshi, which has shared the story behind her beaded face mask. She looks like an African student of some sort. She said that the face mask was just to make use of her creativity as someone passionate
thank
about
God.
beading.
Thank God it's not real. Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
She noted that it's not for medical purposes.
Woo.
It says right here, it's a fashion mask and not for medical purposes.
Why would you wear a fashion mask?
I don't know. Listen, I think it's fine. Yeah, for the people who, it's like a pacifier or something like that.
You just want to have it on your face?
Placebo for someone who wants to feel. Do people? Because I don't wear a mask and people don't look funny at me in Florida.
No.
There's people when I go out. There's people wearing masks. There's people not wearing masks.
I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I'm putting my foot down here.
I'm not wearing.
No, it's insanity.
You can bite.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll go and do whatever the hell I want to do, and if you don't like it, stay the hell away.
Well, if you're sick, stay home. You know what I mean?
That's exactly it. I've no symptoms.
Yeah, but who knows who's sick?
Ugh.
I think we've all been sick for a long time.
Wow, look at this, Hank.
What did you find?
This is legal where this is located, which is in Norway. This was posted to Reddit. This is a improvised suppressor that somebody made from either tubing. It kind of looks 3D printed, but I don't think it is. It looks like some sort of tubing. Just kind of interesting.
Let's throw this up in here. See what we come back with.
It's on Reddit Guns. Yeah, you better be careful. I'm gonna start sending you weird links.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
Checking them.
Anything you send me, I look at first. This isn't even. This is not coming up. Oh, it says the image has probably been deleted.
Available. What? Hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Grab the. I'll make it work. Give me a second.
So do you guys hear about Nancy Pelosi trying to slip gun control into into the new funding?
Yeah.
I know Gun Owners of America put something out. Says this is on AmmoLand. Gun Owners of America released the following piece yesterday afternoon, warning pro-gun voters of the perils of complacency. While some might feel the whole article is more clickbait than substance, it still contains plenty of good information. Plus, with the seemingly endless attacks on the Second Amendment, any and all positive news is welcome. Without a proactive agenda, Pelosi's trap will be difficult to escape. And they're talking about how, obviously, I mean, this is what they do every time there's an opportunity, right? They try to slip.
This is how bills, unfortunately, work. They dump a bunch of shit into it that nobody cares. Nobody wants. Like the overarching is more important than these little things that are important to us. And then try to get it passed.
Yeah, and if they figure that we're gonna beg them to pass the bill, I need my Trump money.
Yeah, I need my money. I need you to print. Can you please go print more money? I need you to start the rollers up again. Just start pushing it. Thank you.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the picture that Babyface was sending. Yeah.
Improvised suppressor, which again in this person's locality is legal. They're somewhere in Europe, so.
Oh, okay. Because suppressor.
This is not something here in the States that would be an NFA item, but wherever they are, it's legal.
Highly. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about simple things here. I mean, if Rich can build these things, then I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They ought to be how they are in England.
I walk
Go
into
in
a
and buy
store
one,
and
walk
buy it.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so stupid.
Yeah. Richard, do you build your own suppressors? Do you have your own suppressor line?
No, I
Okay.
build some. I don't have the equipment to compete with all the big people.
Okay.
I'd need another, $250,000, $500,000 worth of equipment, and it's just not worth it.
But if you want a clone of the modernized clone of the original Uzi suppressors, I think Richard does make those, don't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with an Uzi suppressor, a Smith & Wesson 76 suppressor, a Sten suppressor that I'm happy with.
Okay.
And then I'll make limited runs of those.
Oh, okay. What is the difference? What is the thing about the Uzi suppressor? How is that different? Just that it uniquely fits on the Uzi, or?
Yeah, it's that it uniquely fits on the Uzi. It's for the Uzi, and that's all it fits on. Mm-hmm. And, I'll be doing them for subguns, so they're all going to be the old school, big, massive suppressors. The kind that, when you're out of ammo, you take the suppressor off and beat somebody to death with it.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. By the way, we got a couple of bucks here from Rod Mills, Scorched Earth Firearms Training. He gave us a couple of bucks. He says, Hank came to Jacksonville and didn't call me. Then he puts sad crying face, then laughing face, and then smiling face. So that's, yeah, that, I wasn't in Jacksonville long enough. Basically, I came out there, I went early, did the thing with these guys, and then left up out of there. So next time I'm in Jacksonville, or I'll come up to Jacksonville specifically to hang out with you, Rod Mills.
How much money do you think they had in equipment? Did he mention any sort of number? How many millions of dollars?
Well,
yeah,
So in the video, they said that the amount of raw materials that's coming in and out of there every week.
Millions of $5 a month?
Yeah, starts from $1 million of steel and aluminum, I guess, or whatever, up to $5. That sounds about right, Rich? Does that sound logical? Yeah.
But think about,
and the funny thing is, steel and aluminum is cheap.
Yeah.
When you're buying raw material in 12-foot length, it's cheap.
That's a lot of raw material.
That's a lot of raw material.
Yeah, they said there's always tractor trailers. They're kicking a lot of stuff out of there. And there's a lot of things I couldn't show. But, man, those guys have got... the PSA, man, it's going to be tough for anyone to compete with PSA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking over the whole thing.
You got to find a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so if people don't know...
you can't...
Go ahead.
You can't compete with, I'm going to make ARs. Yeah, what are you, an idiot?
Yeah. Oh God, ARs. There's nothing. There's no money to be made in that market anymore.
Yeah. Not unless you can make.
Race to the bottom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. At the price level that these guys are doing it, I think, wow, I'm not really sure what anyone else is going to do here.
It's cool and all for me to run. Like I put out the video a couple weeks ago of milling my own receiver on the Ghost Gunner, which takes like 3 hours or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's actually probably right about the same cost for me to do that as it is for me to go buy an Anderson or a PSA lower and just transfer it. Like legitimately.
Time-wise.
An Anderson's $30 and to transfer it through a good dealer's 10, that's probably cheaper than me buying the 80% lower and spending the 4 hours to mill it. But it's about the fun of doing it. But it's AR-15, race to the bottom.
Yeah. So we're talking about the video that I released yesterday, which I went to the STS Special Tool Solutions in Jacksonville, Florida, that belongs to PSA. It's under the whole overall umbrella. And obviously I couldn't show, there's a whole bunch of stuff of how they make things, but PSA has the hold of the materials and the resources to manufacture these things at an amazing rate and an amazing price.
Here's the real question. Did they check your pockets on the way out? Because they would have needed to check mine. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. No, man, it was
metal detector.
Yeah, man, they have a lot of cool stuff up there.
There's so many neat things that were being produced there.
A lot of cool stuff. But nothing's finished. Everything's in the raw there.
Yeah.
And then trucks come in with raw steel and all that, or extruded materials in some cases. And then trucks come and get not really finished. It doesn't have the finish on it, but it's been machined and everything, and then it gets
Okay,
shipped off
so
somewhere
they
else.
send everything off to be anodized.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
yeah.
In DC or something.
Yeah, at DC, yeah. So that facility had about 50 CNC machines when I asked them. They told me they had about 50, that one. Now, we've had PSA on the show, and I think they told us they had like 200 up in Carolina. I think that's what they said.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, can you just imagine their electric bills and stuff like that?
It would put a small city to shame, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they're seeing good things. A lot of people were surprised that they have anything here in Florida. The PSA has anything here in Florida, and people were like, "Man, when are they opening a store?"
I don't think they're going to do that. My guess, I don't think they're going to do that. But I can tell you from having lived, especially in Gainesville and the surrounding areas, we have lots and lots and lots of cheap property. Florida is really good to manufacturers. It's a good place to be to manufacture things. There's no, why would you go to like New York or some of the northern states?
And there's a lot of gun manufacturers here in Florida.
Have a lot.
Cocoa has a big concentration of cocoa.
Yeah.
Cocoa? Oh, Cocoa Beach. Yeah. Well, I don't know what drew all the people there, but yeah, it really does.
Probably the beach.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Probably the beach. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, and a lot of people will be happy to see PSA open stores.
Do they
here?
I don't know if you covered it in the video. Do they have a train yard, or do they use trucking primarily to move?
I didn't see a train yard over there. It's trucking. Trucks come in, bring all the materials.
Seems like train would be so much quicker to have a train go to DC, but
yeah,
that's sure. a lot more infrastructure.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd probably buy a railroad at some point here. I don't know.
That would surprise me.
Those guys are not joking around, man. They are not messing around.
Did you see what I just linked in chat?
Yeah,
you're gonna
this thing,
you're gonna poop your pants.
Yeah. What exactly is this? A bullpup that I'm looking at?
I already did.
The future is now sci-fi rifle design using two Marlin 60s. Wow.
It's two Marlin 60s, butt to butt, upside down in this chassis thing that this guy built.
This is cool.
It's pretty wild.
So this chassis is made out of what? Polymer?
I'm not sure.
Oh, there's video. Hold on. I gotta watch the video.
It's just him shooting it, and it's like tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, this.
So he's got some sort of binary-ish trigger in it. So it shoots top, shoots bottom, shoots top, shoots bottom.
It's alternating.
It's pretty neat. It's kind of cool. It looks sci-fi as hell, though.
Text me that.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
I'll grab that for you.
That's cool. Oh yeah, I like this. So is this actually coming out? I'm not.
No.
Reading the whole article.
I think it's some user just made it because he thought it was cool. He had two cheap ass Marlin 60s sitting around.
I need that. I need to dual wield those.
So you want 4? That would be 4 barrels if you dual wield.
Yeah, in a mech. That's what I need. Rollers, like a mech suit, some kind of roller skates.
If mech suits were a thing, you absolutely would own one. 100%. I know you well enough at this point to say that you would take it to work.
I'm sorry. If you could buy a mech suit, you would not buy a mech suit.
Daily driver mech suit. What's Hank's daily driver mech suit right now?
I'm down with a mech suit right now. I'm done. No, Rich says no. What if it had Uzis?
A couple of mod deuces and a truck. That's all I need.
Well, that's
Quad
probably
50,
what you need to put in a mech.
know.
Yeah, that's the only way to fight the alien overlords. I think we're gonna. Do you guys think we'll actually have those? I think we're working in that direction of technology.
Oh, they'll try to ban it the second it becomes a thing, though. Civilians can't own it.
Yeah, there was this thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm trying to find the. There was this one thing. Let me see. I'm just gonna search.
2 minutes, Hank.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it out now. Here we go. I found it. Did you hear about the guy who? Here, let me see. Let me open one of these and send it to you guys real quick, because you're not gonna believe me when. Wait, hold on.
You're down to a minute. You better hurry.
No, I got this. Don't worry about it. We got time. So there was a guy. What's up?
Are you guys saying mech suit or meth
No, no, not meth. We're not
Here
saying
in Florida,
meth.
you could probably find you a meth suit
What?
if you're not
Yeah, why would we?
looking hard.
Why would we be talking about a meth suit? So here
I
we go.
don't know.
Yeah. So here we go. Here.
Party.
Huh?
Man accidentally ejects himself from fighter jet during surprise flight. What is a surprise flight?
Yeah, this doesn't make any kind of sense
What
to
does
me.
surprise flight mean? That's not how a flight works.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so here's what happened, right? A surprise outing in a fighter jet unnerved one defense company executive. So he was retiring or something, and the people he worked with decided that they wanted to, I don't know, get him a present. So,
Oh God!
outing in a fighter jet unnerved one defense company executive so much he accidentally ejected himself while flying at over 500 kilometers, 320 miles an hour. An investigation into the debacle in France has found.
64-year-old civilian got the most unwelcome ride of his life after the force of takeoff made him float off his seat, causing him to stand up involuntarily, grab the ejection handle to steady himself, which obviously resulted in his seat going whoop, right at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, for some crazy reason, I don't.
Does that cause both people to eject, or is it only? The man had never experienced any desire to fly in a fighter jet and had no previous military experience. The aircraft report published found the man ejected himself when the two-seater Dassault Rafale B jet reached about 1,300 feet, seconds after setting out from Saint Dizier Air Force Base in northeastern France. His parachute deployed and had a relatively soft landing in a nearby field, avoiding serious injury before being taken to the hospital.
Yeah. For some reason, I know you guys are getting some weird.
The worst part.
Go ahead.
The worst part. A malfunction prevented the pilot from being automatically ejected too, and he was able to land the plane on the runway despite the involuntary departure of his passenger and the loss of cockpit canopy. He was supposed to eject as well when one gets pulled, but it malfunctioned and he was able to land the plane safely. So
yeah, for some reason I've messed up. I've pressed all the wrong buttons.
God. It's 9 o'clock. Let's just call
it.
Yeah.
For some reason I've pressed all the wrong buttons on my screen here. So yeah, so I'm not sure exactly.
One more thing before we go. Florida man deems WWE essential business. Spoiler, the Florida man, Governor Ron DeSantis.
Okay, there we go.
WWE is now considered essential in Florida.
Okay, I finally figured it out. Oh my God. So who did that?
Ron DeSantis has declared WWE, World Wrestling, a essential business for Florida.
Oh.
That was in our Florida.
That works. That absolutely works. Okay, I don't know what I did here at the end. I messed everything up. But yeah, okay, let's run through this real quick. Babyface, tell the folks how they can support you.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. If you want to give me $1, you can go to patreon.com/babyfaceP. Otherwise, videos are they're going to continue pouring out every Monday. Lots of content on the way.
Awesome. Okay, Richard, tell the people, Richard Hoffman, BWE, how can the folks out there?
Yep. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
All the socials.
All the social medias I try to do. And they're all a variation of BWE Firearms, however I had to do it, whether it's a period or a space or a whatever.
Yeah, if you look up BWE.
BWE Firearms. Yeah, you look up BWE Firearms and you'll find it.
Yeah, shouldn't be too difficult.
Go to my website at bwefirearms.com. And what else? That's it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, for us, go to hankstrange.com. Also, thanks to Franklin Armory for supporting the show. Thanks for these two guys for coming on. We're doing tonight. Of course, we already did it. And then we're going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Century Arms coming on the show. and then we're taking the rest of the week off. So I don't know, Patrick, are you coming back? I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't want to block you into it. We'll see if Marley's happy with her birthday gift or not.
Oh yeah, I gotta go through toilet paper.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
I haven't talked to her yet. She got home about an hour ago. We'll see.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Thanks to everyone for joining us here. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs ups and all that kind of good stuff. Let me see if I can actually get this to do the ending. Is it going to work? Yeah, there it goes. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you guys thumbs up here, ring the bell, so you can be notified every time we go live. You can also find us, of course, on iTunes and all the places that you get. And then it went right back to the craziness.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, we're out of here. Peace.
Oh God, what happened?